And we're live once again from Philip D. Weaver Stadium at Centennial Bank Field for the second ball game of your evening. The Vilonia 9th grade Eagles versus the Clarksville 9th grade Panthers. Had a long intro there trying to set up our screen, but now we've got it set and ready to go for 9th grade football. Should be a nice showing as the Brothers B face one of the tougher offenses in the River Valley Conference as the Eagle captains and Clarksville Panther captains are taking the field. Alan, can't help but be excited about some Vilonia Eagle 9th grade football.
No, we can't. Get to see the Brother B's tonight. We're going to get to see, if you tuned in for the 8th grade game, a lot of the same single wing type formation out of these ninth graders. They run it up and down through their program. A lot of ground and pound. I think we've seen 2 passes in the 8th grade. We see that tonight out of Clarksville.
That's right.
We're probably up 107-0 at that point, so they're trying to catch up. But otherwise, expect a lot of that 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
Captains for the Eagles, number 59, Cesar Fuentes, number 52, Luke Trubiano, number 5, Carter Archer, and out there on the very end is number 15, David Adams. For the Clarksville Panthers, don't have their numbers quite yet as they're about to turn to us. Looks like number 84 out there, Brantley Johnson. We've got him. 15 is out there as well, Jacob Buckner. Saw him in the 8th grade game. Looks like we'll see him again. Trying to pick up other numbers here.
Number 52, Luke Trubiano.
Apologize for that as we're setting up. But as you said, Alan, this offense for that Clarksville runs can be hard to defend, but once you get it down and you're winning by 100, you break their scheme. They just really don't know what to do.
No, you take them out of character, and they don't pass well.
Right.
Typically, running teams don't. So they want to control the ball, control that clock, and slow the tempo down.
Number 21 and 25 also in their captains for the Clarksville Panthers. That's Alex Alvarez as well as Brendan Fales.
So we're going to receive the kickoff.
The Eagles will receive the kickoff as my good friend Mr. Brent Keithley said down there, have a referee mic on tonight. One of the cool new additions of our $20,000 upgrade to Philip D. Weaver Stadium. And it's football time in Vilonia. The 9th grade Eagles getting ready to go here in the first quarter. The clock has 1 minute and 40 seconds left as the team's ready to run in. Sign will be held up down there, the Eagle flag, Clarksville Panthers and their cheerleaders ready to go. And, Alan, it's a little chilly as we hit kickoff here at Philip D.
Finally, that sun's going down, that cold front moving in. Maybe some deer hunters out there listening to us. Kill us a big one tomorrow morning.
Kill us a big one tomorrow. Oh, you know what? I'll be killing tomorrow morning. The new donut shop opens up over there where What's for Dinner used to be. I will be killing it. Monday. Correction. The donut shop is now opening Monday. I was told by at least 5 or 6 people that it was opening tomorrow.
Yeah, Steve, if anybody's going to know, Steve is going to know.
Steve Austin correcting us there. He said as a police officer, he has the right to know more about donuts than any of us up here. Eagles set to take the field. That sign, just do it with a Nike swoosh over there. No copyright available. But the Eagle team runs out.
Going to get us blacked out again.
Not again, the Jason Aldean song. Eagles ready to go. Carter Archer and the rest of the squad high-fiving Coach Stout, Trubiano down there, all getting them some. The Clarksville Panthers ready, and you see what I'm most excited about is the best chain gang in the entire state. Mr. Chris Lee,
Toby Loader, Billy Sal, Kenny Wayne Bartlett, Molasses himself.
3 bowling balls and a beanstalk.
Yeah. So Vilonia is going to kick off from the south end zone. No, Vilonia is receiving in the south.
Vilonia is receiving.
Sorry.
Facing the north end zone within the south end zone. Looks like back number 3, one of the Brothers B, Matt Baker.
That's my man Palomalu back there.
Palomalu.
Yeah.
He's not as beefy as Palomalu, you know?
No, he's not, but he's also only in the 9th grade.
That's
so
okay. Good point.
Carson Linzer is your other deep back.
To kick for the Panthers, number 12, Ricardo Flores. He'll kick from the 40-yard line. Looks like he'll go deep with this one. He squibs it there. Will be covered by the Eagle ball returner, 31.
Mr. Carson.
Carson Linzer.
Struggled with gathering it in and just decided to fall on it. Good decision again.
I said Carson Linzer. That's correction, 31, Stephen Carson. As you have the Eagles taking over 1st and 10 inside the 30.
Mr. Corey Hare coming into the huddle. There is 33, Keegan Smith coming in. Number 6, Evan Marshall. Number 11 coming this way is Linzer.
See, trips to the near side, twins the far side. Josiah Nelson, the only one in the backfield. Little trickeration in the first play. Nelson with some running room in the near side up past the 40-yard line. Running him out of bounds, number 34 for the Panthers. That's Mr. Elijah Holland, but a nice gain there. You're counting it out.
Yeah,
what do we got?
15. Yeah, what a way to start a game. Offensive line, them wide receivers done a good job sealing off that edge, giving Mr. Nelson plenty of running room.
Good enough for a Vilonia Eagle. First down there. We see the Eagles lining up again. Hare in the backfield at quarterback with Nelson lined up to the right side. Nelson will get the handoff up the middle, trying to use his speed. Can't burst away there as he's brought down by a couple Panthers. But that play, chipping away for 3 or 4 yards, is what you want, Alan.
Yeah. That's what we got to have to keep playing in front of them chains. No negative plays tonight. Going to land us to give us a chance to win the ball game.
Negative plays don't usually help, do they?
No, no negative plays.
As we see, once again, the shotgun formation, looks like Baker to his left, Josiah Nelson to his right. Hare taking the snap, hands it off to number 3, Matt Baker, and boy, he is muscling his way. Brought down by number 34, Elijah Holland. Holland in there once again, but nonetheless a pretty nice carry there for Baker inside the Clarksville territory now, already on the first possession.
Yeah, Baker running with a purpose right there. Lowering his shoulder, wasn't going to be denied.
Right. Third down and 3 for the Eagles. Josiah Nelson, once again, the only one in the backfield. He's got some room, and he'll make it, just short of that first down marker. And now, before we get that Clarksville defender, number 12, Ricardo Flores, that's my question to you, Alan. Do we go for it here, yes or no?
I like it. I'll go for it right here. Let's set the tone.
Let's set the tone. Once again, beginning of the 9th grade ball game, the Vilonia Eagles taking on the Clarksville Panthers. It is 0-0 with 6 minutes and 15 seconds to go, clicking on the first quarter clock.
And we're going to need a full 2 yards right here.
It looks like we will go for it with big Mr. Parker Bean in the backfield and Corey Hare up under center. Hare is going to hand off to Baker. He's got first down yardage all the way inside the 45-yard line.
There we go.
Great job there. Great job there. In for the Panthers, number 34. We've heard his name too many times tonight already, Elijah Holland. Very similar to a Seth Kirk, who's also number 34 in our 8th grade team.
Right. You may get to see him tonight.
Yeah, most likely.
Scanning the sidelines, he's down there.
Yes, he is. Talking to the man, the myth, the real legend, Mr. Wilson McKnight. Here's a handoff to, you know what?
No,
looks like Hare Keeps. He faked me out on it there, Alan.
Good
he makes
job,
it inside
Mr.
the 30-yard line right there. Outstanding play. Good enough for a Vilonia Eagle first down. I did not see that. I don't think the defense saw it either. Mr. Hare kept that ball. Great read.
Yeah, he done exactly what he needed to do. He's seen the defensive end crashing. He pulls at the last moment and scampers down the field.
Takes out our camera guy, too.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Good pickup, Mr. Hare.
Hare to pass. He throws a little jailbreak screen to number 6.
Mr. Evans.
That's Marshall. He's on his feet still inside the 15. And he's brought down out of bounds. Flags on the play.
There we go.
Once again, one of the cool things we'll get to hear tonight is the referee mic down on the field. We'll go to the field for the call. Let's see. They're taking their time down here.
Yeah.
They should call an illegal late hit out of bounds.
I like that play call. Just a quick little pop pass, if you will, out to the edge, and we had numbers out there.
Here it goes.
After the play was over, dead ball, personal foul, half the distance to the goal.
Personal foul. Dead ball, personal foul, half the distance to the goal. It'll be a first down for the Eagles. Not sure if you could hear that at home. Just very quietly, I know, on the broadcast. You can usually hear that referee mic, but a penalty that could turn to be costly for the Panthers as the Eagles take over first down and goal from the 7. Baker's up the middle. He gains his way inside the 5-yard line, inside the 3, all the way down to the 1. Whole pack of Panthers there for Clarksville.
Oh. Sorry. Yeah, I'm trying to.
Second down and goal now. They will mark him at the 2-yard line. Hare is going to hand off up the middle. That's Parker Bean, and he walks his way into the end zone. Touchdown, V-Town from 2 yards out, and boy, flex those muscles. A big running back with a big carry there to open the ball game with an Eagle touchdown.
They're excited about it. That's the way we needed to start the ball game off. A couple of key things in that particular drive is, you know, Eagles done a good job gaining leverage to the outside. Mr. Hare done a good job with his decision to pull. And a good little pitch and catch there from Hare to Evans to get us down with inside 2, and Bean just bruising his way through the middle.
Newman's kick is up, and it is good. Nothing new for Mr. Noah Newman, though, is it?
No. He is a real consistent kicker.
To say the least. We saw him kick a 40-yarder, 39-yarder.
Something
to beat,
like that. In the upper 30s anyway.
Yeah, to beat. Boy, it was a conference opponent. Oh, that's going to bother me the rest of the night. Well, my goodness.
He even
Cersei. It was Cersei.
Was it Cersei?
It was Cersei. The Eagles were able to defeat Cersei off the foot of that field goal. As we talked about, though, the first 4 or 5 ball games went real well for the 9th graders. Haven't gotten a win in their last couple, but they're hungry in this one, especially with Clarksville and then Greenbrier coming up on tap afterwards.
Yeah. And losing is not bad as long as you learn. And it should provide drive out of athlete.
That's right.
And from the way it looks, that's certainly what these losses has done, is provided that drive.
Especially after that close loss last week, learned a lot of stuff. Looks like there could be an offsides call here.
Yeah.
Go back down to the field. You may be able to hear it just slightly. The referee might call. As we go down to Mr. Brent Keithley, our white hat for the ball game, for the call.
We hope. Yeah.
Well, it seems as though they will not give a call on that one.
Nope, just going to move them back.
Yeah, White Hat looks a little confused up to the press box. I guess they'll pretty self-explanatory there, as he'd have to move his way into midfield to make that call. He gives it to the line judge. He calls it a offsides against the Eagles. Back them up 5 yards. They'll re-kick from the 35. Noah Newman sets it up again. He will be our kicker. He'll onside. That bounces up. The Eagle could get it.
Mr. Nelson getting up in the air and just out of his grasp. It was. Otherwise, it's still Vilonia ball at the 50.
That's right. Number 66 there for the Panthers. That is
Mr.
Cale Houston.
Yeah, Newman gets the hop that he's looking for there late. Josiah, Mr. Nelson jumping up and, as I said, just inches from his fingertips.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we still control the ball.
Let's see. Clarksville taking the field.
Yeah, again, you're going to see that single wing set or that offset power eye.
Yeah, quarterback number 14, Tony Gonzalez, a big, big monster back there in the backfield, has a motion from the near side, number 21. He'll hand the ball off to him. He won't get very much yardage to the far side. That's Mr. Alex Alvarez.
That was Triano on the tackle, doing a good job pushing upfield, turning the runner back in, and then him diving at his legs. Also had Mr. Bean there providing chase in on the tackle. Good start to our first defensive series.
Fly onto the football. We talked about it. Wrap up, fly to the football. Clarksville has the ball at the 50-yard line. Across the 50, which is one of the things the 8th grade team was not able to. Looks like 14 once again is your quarterback. He's going to keep this time, showing his power, and he muscles his way up the middle, still driving the pile. That is Tony Gonzalez.
Yeah, it took a whole team to get him down. Big guy, that's their inside trap play that they run, and we'll get to see a lot more of that tomorrow night if you tune in to watch the ball game tomorrow night.
That's right. Should be, it's sunny, clear, and 75 tomorrow night. Isn't that right?
I think so.
I know we're excited about it. Our camera guy that travels with us on the road, Mr. Steve Austin, is more excited than all of us, I could say, about the weather for tomorrow night.
Yeah, we figured out a way to get him up on top to give the viewers a better view.
Up on top, in the elements.
Yeah, in the nest.
Let's see. There's a little bit of movement there on the Eagle line. Gonzalez is going to keep once again, showing his power. Tries to pop it out to the outside. 53 and 13 there for the Eagles, but there are flags laid on the field.
Yeah. 53 is Wilmington.
And 13, of course, Mr. Josiah Nelson.
Mr.
Or
Nelson.
Troy Polamalu.
True, a.k.a. Troy Polamalu.
Let's see the call here.
Clarksville's backing up.
Holding offense, 10-yard pin in the spot of the foul. Replay first down.
As you heard there, Mr. Brent Keithley, our white hat for tonight's ball game. Holding against the offense. That'll be a 10-yard penalty. I know the line judge didn't go very far over there to make that call, but surprising call, but we'll take it, Alan.
Yeah. And in their scheme, their offensive scheme, this don't bode well for them.
No, you can't. It's very similar to the double wing. If you're backing up, you're backing out.
Yep. Get ready to punt. But with a quarterback back there, and the way they like to run with Mr. Gonzalez, he's a hoss to bring down.
Oh, for sure. Double reverse handoff, little X reverse as we would call it in the double wing days, and that ball carrier for the Panthers has made his way all the way down, good enough for a first down inside the 20-yard line.
He ran right out of his shoes.
Yeah, he did. 34 is your ball carrier. That is Elijah Holland. He's a big defensive standout, obviously, as we've seen. There for the Eagles. 53, Logan Wilmington.
Yeah, that's who I caught. I got enamored by the shoe coming off.
Yeah. Nelson down there as well. Couple guys in on that stop, to say the least. But as we said, Eagle defense flying on the football, what you got to have.
Get a big stand here with inside the red zone.
We'll see.
And we're going to be fine.
Oh, yeah. We'll see Gonzalez back on the gun here. He motions the near man. It's 21. Gonzalez,
hang on.
Nothing doing there.
As Josiah Taylor comes up to hang on, and you got your linebackers, Mr. Baker and Bean, and several other Vilonia Eagles over there to finish him up.
Yeah.
But good job, Mr. Taylor, stepping up and hitting him low and hanging on, young man.
And that ball carrier, 14, Tony Gonzalez, reminds me of one Cole Kelly. Because, yes, Josh Taylor got to him pretty quick there, but he just fell down and gained 2 yards.
Yeah.
Second down and 8 now for Clarksville. 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 7-0, your Eagles lead it. Handoff near side to number 34, Holland.
There we go.
He's brought down hard. A big hit there leading the way in Mr. Troy Polamalu.
And Mr. Baker. Big tag team, that one.
Yes, they did. Still a gain of roughly 4. Third down and 4 now for the Panthers inside the 15-yard line. Allen, this is where you got to get a stop. If they gain 4 or 5 yards here, you're looking at a rough spot with them having it first and goal.
You got to be thinking that they've got 2 plays to get this 4 yards.
Well, unless they got some kind of kicker up their sleeve.
Well, they may be wanting to set that tone as well.
That's true, and Mr. Gonzalez is moving the football.
Yep.
Gonzalez. He's going to keep the
ball.
He football's on the ground. Eagle football. The Eagles will recover the football. 52. Luke Trubiano. Eagle football. 1st and 10. One of the captains for your Eagles, and a big play there. We talked about it.
Yep.
Whatever happened on that play could decide that drive, and it sure did.
Yeah, and that's a play we're going to see tomorrow night. They call that the spin trap.
Yeah.
So they got a tackle coming off and pulling, and they're faking it to their motion man, faking it to this man, and Mr. Gonzalez faked it too many times.
Clarksville calls it the spin trap. I call it who's got the football, because it's hard to tell on those. Little jailbreak screen pass to Mr. Nelson. He's got a little bit of running room there, spinning his way inside the 20 or past 25-yard line. Excuse me.
Well, if he could have got up, he read that initial block just right. But if he got up, but instead of breaking out, he broke in. If he could have got out there, there's daylight forever on that outside there.
Nonetheless, good enough for a Vilonia Eagle first down from the 26-yard line. 52 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
I like them attacking these edges right now because that's fixing to spread them out, and it's going to open this middle up for us later in the game.
Oh, yeah. Here's another jailbreak screen pass, number 6.
Mr. Marshall.
That's Marshall, yep. He canes his way up inside. What do we got? Down to the 34-yard line. Third down and 2.
Yeah.
Second down and 2.
8-yard pickup. You know, we're lucky we didn't get a block and a back call against us right there.
Yeah.
You know, I like what our receivers are doing. they're being selflessness and going downfield and blocking, doing what they got to do to support their team. But let's be smart about it.
It is 2nd down and 2 for the Eagles. You got the brothers B in the backfield with Hare at quarterback. He's going to pitch to Baker. Bean can't sustain his block out there, and Baker will be lucky to make it up to the original line of scrimmage, but they might just give him a yard here.
They might. You know, that play started mighty deep, and Clarksville done a good job applying a pressure off that left side of our offense, and didn't really allow Bean to Baker to cut up.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, they marked that at the 39. I thought we actually lost a yard there, but I'll take the healthy spot for the Eagles.
So what play call are we going to get here? Well, we're not going to get one. We're going to get the end of the first quarter.
We're going to get the end of the first quarter. Well, that just gives us a little more time to talk about it. If you put yourself into Coach Sisson, put yourself into Coach Sisson's shoes, where do you go right here? Do you take your shot downfield? Do you hand off to Baker and stick to your guns? What do you do?
If I'm going downfield, that's going to tell me I'm going to go for it on 4th and 1.
That's right. What you would. You'd run Baker up the middle of Bean.
Otherwise, if I want this in 1 and play potential field position game, I may go with the little X trap that we run with either of the Bean brothers.
Yeah.
I like that little. And I don't know that I'm calling it the right name. You just see the X motion in the backfield out of the backs.
Yeah.
And it's a little trap
This
play.
could be a time to utilize one of those deeper plays to gain 15 yards, though, near the 40-yard line.
Something that you know your team can execute well.
Yeah.
That you don't run on every series.
I'm not sure what the Clarksville defense is doing, but they're lining up on the complete wrong side of the football. They want it to be 3rd and 9.
Yeah.
I tell you, though, Alan, I really thought that donut shop opened tomorrow.
You're kind of upset about this.
I'm really upset about it. I really thought the donut shop opened tomorrow.
How does donuts play into your no-carb diet?
Oh, because here's the thing. Carb-free donuts, man.
Oh, are they?
I've lost enough weight by now. I can have a couple
Since you're
donuts.
not getting any donuts, you get to have some fine Taco Villa tomorrow.
No, we're not going.
Yeah.
Being on the carry up the middle powers his way to the 39-yard line.
And I don't know if that was the X play or not, but we got the slashing motion out of our backfield, and with the leg drive of Mr. Baker there, he was not to be denied.
Nope, good enough for a Vilonia Eagle first down at the 40-yard line. Taco Villa, though. Alan, we already tried Taco Villa. We got to Nelson.
I see it there.
Replay first down.
Okay.
As you said, possible holding call ends up being a block in the back.
I hear that.
I bet that. I hope they can, because that's a pretty cool system.
Hey, if they hear the PA system over us, then they ought to be able to hear that.
Can they hear the PA system over us?
I've been told.
I can hear myself. When I do the PA, I always go back and listen just to do a self-review of my public announcing skills. You got a pass there. One of those jailbreak screens that you got Nelson with room to run. He comes up the far side. He's still on his feet inside the 30-yard line. One man to beat. He's going to beat him. Yes, he is. Touchdown, B-Town. Number 13, Jesiah Nelson, takes that jailbreak screen pass. A whole 59 yards for the Eagle touchdown. That's a big play right there. It wasn't even a deep pass, but that jailbreak was so well executed that it worked to a T.
It don't have to go far down the field. They've been attacking that edge, and with that play call going back across the grain like it does, everybody's flying out to the edges, which leaves a gaping gap in that middle. And coupled with Palomalo's speed, Mr. Gonzalez was not going to catch him.
That's right. He looked there for a second. His angle he was taking, he may have touched him, but no. He was gone and not forgotten. That kick up and good. There's a penalty markers on the field. Looks like an offsides. If it is, they'll decline that, obviously, and take the kick.
Well, I didn't see a call out of the
Yeah, they will decline that penalty. It will be an offside. See the white hat walking towards Coach Morris down here. He asked if he'd like to decline it, and Morris did say, yes, let's decline.
Did he?
Well, they made the declining motion, but
they still talking.
We're still out there.
Like the rest of the calls tonight, they take some conversation.
They will decline there.
Dead ball, offside, defense, penalty decline, retry.
retry the kick here. I mean, you saw the decline.
I don't know that. What all I don't know about that.
Not sure why. I wish we had Coach mic'd up down there.
Yeah.
Re-kick here. That one's up and that one's good. So I'll take it either way. A little extra practice.
That's right. It's going to bring your score to 14-0.
That's right. Got to update that real quick. And a shout out. Mr. Josh Aldridge is chomping at the bit because apparently
what's he chomping?
The matriculation, he sent in an answer to that trivia question before Corey did.
Oh, did he?
He tells me that he beat Corey and should get credit for.
Oh, we got. Hey, hang on. This is timestamp, brother.
I've got 6:23 that Mr. Aldridge sent it. Hank Stram's matriculating was the word in the 8th grade ball game. He said he answered the question before we even answered it on air, but Mr. Corey Erie got credit for saying Hank Stram.
Hang on. 6:22, Corey Erie.
Oh, Corey sent it at 6:22. Josh Aldridge sent it at 6:23. So, Josh, all that complaining for nothing, man. You didn't win.
No, you don't.
Eagles kicking off here. That is number 10 with the onside kick. That one's pretty, but it's touched by an Eagle before it goes 10 yards, it looks like.
It was close to being touched, but.
Well, they'll say it wasn't touched, but Clarksville recovered it nonetheless. 1st and 10 for the Panthers from near the 49, maybe the 50-yard line.
Call that the 50, my friend.
Will call that the 50 straight up. 1st down and 10. Once again, Drake Toll with Alan Wade live on the Vilonia Eagle Football Foundation's YouTube page with junior high football. No Corey Erie tonight. He had to, I guess he's buying a horse tonight, isn't he?
He's messing with that silly basketball.
Oh, it's basketball. Okay, I thought, is he not buying a horse?
That indoor sport, you know.
That indoor sport. I coach some basketball. It's not too bad.
I have too, but it's something to do during the wintertime, I guess.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Mr. Gonzalez handing off to the near side. The back for the Panthers. Has some room to run using his speed. Gets to the outside. Finally pushed out of bounds by Nelson. Also there, number 11 for the Eagles. Linzer. That's 21, the ball carrier. He slides far out of bounds. Almost hits our track. That's Alex Alvarez. That's got some
little misdirection there.
Misdirection, yeah. Some pretty interesting plays here thus far. Good play calling as he makes his way inside the 35-yard line to the 34. 1st down and 10 for the Panthers.
This is a good preview for what we're going to see tomorrow night.
Yeah, it is.
It's the same. I've watched 5 ball games of theirs already, and this is the same sets that they come out in.
They run it well. Big Ben Roethlisberger back there at quarterback. He's got a man in motion. That's 34. He'll hand the ball off to him, and nothing doing there. He's swallowed in the backfield by the Eagles.
And that was number 15, David Adams, coming up. That, he wasn't in on that tackle, but he certainly stopped the motion.
Yeah, another big attribute to the Eagle defense right there on that play was 34, Seth Kirk, who's in 6th grade, if I understand correctly. Is that right?
Yep. 4th grade?
Is it?
Yeah. Either way,
I don't. He just started playing football, if I believe.
He the man.
He the man out there. Brute strength. Strongest hands in the state, man. Got 14, Gonzalez back in the backfield, lining up in the shotgun once again. He's got Strong to his right side. He's going to hand off. That's 21, Alvarez, the ball carrier to the near side. He's hit hard, and a nice tackle head across the body from Mr. Linzer.
Yeah.
Ball carrier going nowhere after he gains 3 or 4 yards.
Again, just gap sound defense.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to take tomorrow night, just being gap sound.
Fundamentally sound. We hadn't talked about it much.
And tackling.
We will talk about it tomorrow, but we're going to see a lot of running the football tomorrow. With the weather conditions we'll be facing.
Yeah. As fast as last week's game was, this week with 2 running teams,
Come on, Jimmy.
that clock is going to be rolling tomorrow night.
We've got
some jumping there.
Yeah.
About 2 of the Clarksville.
Here's our white hat down on the field.
Dead ball. False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 3 plays, 3rd down.
You can hear him there just a little bit through our headsets. I'll take that call right there. The false start backs him up. 3rd down, and we'll call that. Last game it was a bus ride and a half. This game it's just a bus ride. 3rd and 17 now for the Panthers. Flags on the field again.
Dead ball. False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty.
Alan, I hate to say it, but it looks about like the Razorbacks most weeks.
Yeah.
Just
You know, as bad as it sounds, just hadn't had any time to watch any Razorback football this year.
You know, I think I've watched one game. You know what? Because I've been invested in UCA now. Due to them being number 4 in the entire country, I go to every home game now. I'm hooked on some UCA Bears.
I tell you what, there's been some conversation as they're probably the best team, one of the best teams in the state.
In the if not the nation as a whole, especially in the FCS.
Yeah. But
they are Division I.
They are.
They got a man open to his far side motion. And is there a timeout maybe? Hopefully,
Coach
please.
is not happy with something.
Clarksville. It'll be the first total
Coach is going to meet them. They may not even have to run to the side.
No. Coach came out to meet him at the Eagle.
Yeah. He is not happy.
No, not.
Whatever he was trying to execute was not being executed at all. So he's going to get some things straight. We got time to – we don't have any commercials loaded, do we?
No commercials loaded. We usually, we're trying to stray away from technical difficulties without our producer,
in town. Yeah.
Mr. Corey Erie. He's over there dealing with indoor air hockey.
Yeah.
And so he's got some sign-ups for indoor air hockey. We'll get that all settled out.
Trying to get them coaches lined up.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, thank you to Mr. DNN Construction and the Charlie Roller Foundation.
Vilonia Eagle Football Foundation as well, with all the help they've given us. Do miss Mr. Corey Erie. Curling tryouts tonight, stuff like that. Things that got to be taken care of. So hope to have him back in the booth with us. Well, we will have him back in the booth with us tomorrow night against Clarksville, at Clarksville, the Vilonia High School Eagles. That pass downfield falls incomplete. 88 in the coverage, Joshua Taylor. The intended receiver down there, and it's dark and I don't have my glasses. Looks like number 21, though, Alex Alvarez.
Their jerseys are not that easy to read at a distance.
We see
Corey's
good shot.
Not going to miss tomorrow night because we're going to Taco Villa. That's why
we can't go to. Look, I'll drive myself and go. I'll find my own little hot spots on the way. Taco Villa was not impressive. Looks like 14 will punt. Nice little punt there, but thank goodness takes an Eagle roll into the end zone. That touchback will place the football in Panther territory where the Eagles take over 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line.
Well, may I rush that a little bit, Mr. Carson, Stephen Carson, providing some pressure straight up that middle.
And as Mr. Steve Austin said, there's always Whataburger.
You can have all the Whataburger you want.
Oh, but it's so good. It's right there in Russellville.
I know where it's at. I drive right by it to get to Taco Villa.
That's too far. You can't not love a Whataburger.
I didn't say I didn't like a good burger, but I make better burgers at
you
the house.
You went to Taco Villa 2 weeks ago. There's Nelson. Nelson. Oh, he makes a move. He breaks the guy's ankles, and he's still on his feet.
Uh-oh.
No. He breaks another tackle all the way down and trips himself at the 20-yard line. Oh, my goodness. Houdini's in the house.
His thumb got tired hitting that O button.
Dude, that's the hit stick and the juke right there. Oh, my goodness. Got to go back. I wish we had a replay. I really did.
He made about 37 kids miss. Obviously, a couple of them twice.
Yeah. He broke some ankles and then started trucking his way to the 19-yard line. That's good enough for a Vilonia Eagle first down.
I like that little slant play. Again, we've been hitting those edges so well, taking it straight up the field that slant, the middle of the field's wide open.
That's right.
Begging for slant plays, dig routes, and I think you can contribute that to the early on success around the edges.
Yeah. We see Hare lined up at quarterback at the Brothers B in the backfield with him. Or actually, it looks like Bean and Nelson. Is it? No, that is Baker carrying the football to the near side. He's got a little bit of room. He's coming around, and he's going to score, Allen. Touchdown, B-Town.
Man.
Matthew Baker into the end zone. Strong as an ox down there.
Late flag.
Oh.
Coming.
Let's see. Not positive as to what happened down there. I think the touchdown's still going to count.
Yeah, it was definitely after the touchdown when the flag come in.
not positive as to what happened after the play down here.
Fans are telling us that Clarksville had pushed one of our players in the back.
A little shoving going on. Most of the time what they discuss the situation is the number of the player and whether or not there was retaliation, and if they have to throw 2 flags down on the field. Hopefully they won't have to in this situation, and it'll just go on the Clarksville Panthers, which this penalty will count off on the kickoff, if I believe I'm correct.
Yep, I think you are correct. I've been wrong, though. I think it's back in '94, but I have been wrong.
Not very many times in your life, I'm sure.
No. Now, my wife, on the other hand.
Oh, don't even. You can't.
We can't even count the times a day.
That she's right?
No, that she's wrong.
Oh, no. I bet she's not listening now.
Nah. No, she tunes in every night that I come up here.
Really?
Yeah.
And even if she isn't, Mr. Corey Erie or Josh Aldridge will probably sound cut that. Somebody will be in the doghouse. Let's see. Now they're consulting with the Clarksville head coach.
What do they want to? Yeah.
I mean,
and what concerns you about that is nobody's come to talk to the coach for us.
Exactly. I mean, are they threatening ejection here? Are they going to call it on us? What's going to happen?
As it looks, you would think it'd go against us by the way they're handling it.
Seriously, it does, and we'll see the reaction from Coach Morris to see.
We'll have to go back and watch too, see if the fan was right or wrong.
He doesn't look too upset yet, so I don't know. He's trying to explain it out to our white hat, Mr. Brent Keithley. Still not sure exactly. I mean, I quit watching the play over here to try to change our score, so I didn't necessarily see what happened down there, but something obviously took place that was not appropriate.
I'm gonna pull it up on the tube real quick.
Not appropriate.
Drake steps away from the mic. So he has the score 202-0. That's not actually the score. I don't think we'd be very concerned about it if it was 202-0. Still trying to sort everything out.
Yeah,
here.
I had to step away for 1 second to try to get a call over there. Not sure what's going on, but as we come back, once again, your score, Vilonia 202, Clarksville 0.
And I bet our cameraman didn't get it either because he's doing an outstanding job following the play. Good job, Stone Cold.
There's Mr. Nelson over there. Hold on. Let's see what happens here.
And the flag's already down at that point. So
yeah.
We still our version of our replay. We didn't catch it on film.
If only we had multiple cameras down there. And the touchdown should count. Let's get the call from the referee.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense. The score is good. Penalty being enforced on the kick.
There you go. So you're right. The penalty will be enforced on the kick.
Yeah.
Obviously, you heard the fans not liking the call. YouTube, we didn't catch it, so we don't know if he's right or wrong.
Right.
So.
Well, I'm not positive as to what happened there. A lot of discussion going on, but
I just wonder why it took them that long to call a personal.
It's now 202
Q to nothing.
Q to nothing. Yes, that makes it 203-0.
Yeah, I like it.
All right, 21-0. In the commotion, I hit a couple extra buttons. We had 202 to Q. 202 Q. Gotta love it up here. We're missing our producer, Mr. Corey Erie, so we're not as organized as usual.
As efficient. Yeah. 4:14 left here to go in the second quarter. You can tell the score is 21-0. Your Vilonia Eagles on top. We get set up for the kickoff.
Got about 4 minutes, 14 seconds, and then we'll hit halftime here.
Yeah.
Halftime show will include a complete rundown of last night's Major League Baseball World Series game.
Man, what a game. Did you stay up and watch it all?
Did you stay up and watch it? I sure did.
I watched it all. What a game. I'm going to have to record tomorrow night. I've been watching a lot of baseball lately since I can't watch any NFL.
Oh, of course,
right. Their stupidity.
I feel you. I don't know that I've watched a single down of NFL football, and I don't care to.
No, I'm not either. You guys make too much money to be acting the way they're acting.
It seems as the Eagles will kick off from the 25-yard line. Looks like Mr. Noah Newman to kick. Also down there, number 55 for your Eagles, Garrett McDonald. Newman's going to kick it off once again from the 25. That one's a squib and a hard kick, and there are flags on the play again.
Saying offsides.
Offsides on the Eagles, and we'll be kicking it from in the end zone, it looks like.
Yeah. If we get another penalty, we certainly will.
There's a nice, clean still shot there at the white hat down on the field. He won't give the call to us there. It'll be the side judge over here, line judge.
Be one of them cats down there. Somebody, well, they're not even going to give it to us now. They just throw the flag and let's mark us off 5 and let's go.
Yeah.
Kickoff coming from the 20 now, so Clarksville theoretically is going to end up with fairly decent.
Yeah, they are. They
field
should,
percentage.
but Noah Newman could have a touchback from here for sure. Oh, that's a beauty. That'll be returned by their quarterback, 14, Gonzalez. Big hit there by Archer coming down the field, and the Gonzalez returner will make it all the way down near the 41-yard line.
61, Mr. Nips on the tackle. 83, Aaron. Oh, my, help me.
That's Yelich.
Yelich.
Yeah.
I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
Yes.
Yelich.
See our chain gang over there, hardest working chain gang in the state. They said they play a little game. Every Friday night, every Thursday night, and Monday night, they play Guess the Head Coach. He said, Toby Loader said you never know who the head coach is for other teams. You just never know. So they play Guess. He said they've never had it to where all chain gang members are correct. And you got 3 bowling balls and our beanstalk down there. Love those guys. Yep. They are by far the best, hardest working chain gang in the state. 34-year ball carrier brought down by 98 for the Eagles.
98 or 88? That's
88, Joshua Taylor. Ball carrier once again is Elijah Holland. He'll gain his way. That's a pretty good pickup there to the 35-yard line.
I couldn't make out that defensive end that drove that blocker upfield to make that running back turn back up to give Taylor the opportunity to make that tackle. But outstanding job pushing, not allowing him to get that outside edge, setting that edge well.
We got
spin
carry up the middle there. That little, you never knew where the ball was going to go right there either on that option play. 14, Gonzalez, your ball carrier.
Triviano on the tackle.
You know, Alan, I'd like to call a timeout here. Use one of my 3 charge timeouts.
Okay. What are we going to do with that timeout on 3rd and 1?
14, Tony Gonzalez. Wasn't that a tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs and Atlanta Falcons?
Yeah.
Possibly the greatest of all time?
Possibly.
Tony Gonzalez.
Yep.
Almost positive.
Almost positive of what?
That him and my mother knew each other somehow. I think they did, actually. That's a long story. Okay. Gonzalez keeps to the near side.
I don't know if we got time for that one.
He's brought down by the Eagle defense.
That might lead to other questions.
No. They're going to spot the ball near the 30, 1st and 10.
Yes. First down.
No, really, though.
How did she beat Tony Gonzalez?
She spent a lot of time in Kansas City because she works for Sprint.
Okay. Oh,
and
okay.
So she did spend a lot of time in Kansas City and ran into Tony Gonzalez quite a few times.
Okay.
Which, of course, she was dating my dad at the time.
Oh.
And so they just got to hang out with Tony Gonzalez. One of the greatest NFL tight ends of all time. Handoff here to Alvarez. Oh, he's brought down hard by Josiah Nelson. Oh, that's some whiplash right there.
Yes, just playing. I want to describe it as nasty, but it's not dirty in any means. It's
it's nasty.
Playing with an attitude.
Right.
He read that well and come flying in from his safety spot and absolutely lit him up.
To say the least. So the minute and 44 to go.
He lit.
In the first half, he lit. Really? Really.
I did it.
21-0. The Eagles lead the ball game. Once again, Alan Wade with Drake Toll. Corey is at a badminton tournament in Clarksville tonight. 14, the quarterback Gonzalez throws deep. That pass falls incomplete out of bounds. Intended for number 17, Cole Chrisman.
That's going to bring up a third and 9.
Yeah, with a minute and a half here to go, the Eagles could get the ball back and make something happen.
You see what you do to an offense when you make them do things they're not comfortable with doing. I mean, he just didn't put that where it was even catchable.
Big Ben, Big
Ben
back there.
It does kind of remind you of a Big Ben back there.
Yeah. 3rd down and 9. Eagle fans stomping their feet, shaking the stadium, making some noise, and the ball's fumbled in the backfield, picked up by Gonzalez. He's hit hard in the backfield, nothing doing there, loss of 2. 4th down and long now as the Eagle coaching staff looks like they'll take a timeout.
Mr. Bishop and Carson on 2 of your Eagles on the play, on the tackle. I know there was a lot more there than that, but those are the first 2 numbers that I've seen. It's going to bring up a 4th and long 10, and not quite 11.
I lied to you. Eagle coaching staff will not take a timeout here. Clarksville, I thought they would there.
And because Clarksville gets the ball at half.
That's true. Clarksville's quarterback Gonzalez back to pass. He's going to run to the far side. He's got a little bit of room. Did he make it?
And he's going to have to come out.
They're going to say he made it. They're going to say he made the first down marker. As you said, he'll have to come out of the ball game. You lose your helmet, you got to come to the sideline.
Unless they say that was taken off by a player. Otherwise, we would have got a face mask penalty.
Right.
And you don't see no hankies on the ground, so Gonzalez does come off the field unless they take a timeout. Now he can stay.
Yeah.
Now he can stay in the ball game.
Clarksville takes a timeout. Got a lot of cool names on this Clarksville roster. I mean, really, in all honesty,
Name the coolest.
Guys like Derek Villanueva, Carlos Tostado. That one's a pretty cool one.
Yeah.
I think my favorite one here, though, is Ubaldo Rojas. Ubaldo Rojas. There is.
That is a cool name.
Josu Alfaro. And I think.
You just keep that list right over there.
How about Drew May?
I like it.
Drew May.
I like that one.
Tristan Jenkins.
There you go.
I mean, there's some. We ran into that. I called the state semifinal game, Vilonia versus Little Rock Christian baseball, and they had a ton of baseball names on there. And these guys just have a lot of cool. Reminds me of Sandlot. What was that kid's name in the Sandlot?
Which one?
The guy that was so good that played Major League Baseball. Who was it?
Oh, the older kid.
The older kid that hit the ball over the fence every time.
Yeah. I know the character that you're talking about.
DiMaggio, yes. Babe Ruth. We got
somebody text us in and let us know.
They will keep 14
Gonzalez
on the field. 21 Alvarez, the ball carrier to the edge, and he will. He'll gain his way up past the first down marker. 1st and 10 for the Panthers there.
They take their last and final timeout with 34.6 left on the clock.
Last and final right there. They're all done with timeouts as they'll talk it over, trying to punch the ball in the end zone with 34.6 seconds left to go.
That was a different look.
Yeah, it was. That Mr. Gonzalez in the field, they still kept him off.
Right, and he wasn't even line. If I remember right, if I seen it right, he wasn't even in the quarterback's position there.
He wasn't. He was on the sideline. Very interesting. You look at it. We are live, 21-0. Vilonia leads Clarksville. It is Eagle Vision on the Vilonia Eagle Football Foundation YouTube page, brought to you by D&N Construction, the Vilonia Eagle Football Foundation, and Charlie Roller Foundation. Drake Toll alongside Alan Wade. Our good pal Corey Erie is not with us tonight. He is at an archery competition in Sallisaw, Oklahoma. Yeah. So he's been up there for a while. And he'll be back with us, though, tomorrow night for Eagle football.
Yeah, again, he can't miss that Taco Villa.
Taco Villa. Oh, I can't. I don't even like the name. Is it Taco House? What is Villa? Village?
I don't know.
No, Mr. Steve Austin, who is our Spanish major up here, says it is actually Tree. So Taco Tree is the name of the restaurant as the Clarksville ball carrier makes his way inside the 5-yard line. Clock ticking with 25 seconds left to go. It's still clicking down. They'll have it 2nd down and goal from the 5-yard line. They'll go quick here. Gonzalez in the backfield. He'll take the snap. They can't afford to run it. They fumble the snap. Who's going to recover it?
The Eagles
got it. Eagles have the football. That clock stops off at 10.7 seconds. And you know what? Here's my deal right here, Alan, and you can give me your opinion, but you don't have to go deep right here. You throw that jailbreak to Josiah Nelson, you might just have a touchdown.
Yeah, so we're going back to the well again, is what you're saying?
Back to the well. I like that.
Back over the middle? Well, you got to think that Clarksville's going to come out in some sort of prevent defense.
Yes.
Therefore, you're right. I think we need to go mid-range to short as far as completion. One, just to get it completed, and then give yourself that opportunity.
Yeah.
To let your athletes make plays.
Yeah.
Two, the clock is already running, so all of this is moot because we're going to halftime.
Yeah. I hate it, but I love it because you look at it and you got that big lead going into halftime at 21-0, and nothing going wrong for the Eagles so far. They have turned Clarksville over a couple times as we hit the halftime, and that's been the biggest kryptonite for the Panthers. They've gotten in the red zone twice and have turned it over twice while in the red zone.
Yeah, and Vilonia defense doing exactly what they need to do. Once they get inside that red zone, they tighten down and creating havoc and creating turnovers.
Tighten down, creating havoc, creating turnovers. I like it. That's a good first half. Wrap up for the Eagles. A short break, probably no more than 3 or 4 minutes into the booth. Maybe have a guest on with us for halftime from the Vilonia Eagle Football Foundation's broadcast of Eagle Vision. Vilonia Junior High football, the Eagles lead 21-0 at the half. And we're back live here in the press box with the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Fred Weaver. Can you hear me all right, Mr. Fred?
I hear you.
He hears me. Look, you are, if not the most storied member of the community when it comes to Eagle football. I mean, you know more than anybody else just about outright. What can you tell me, Mr. Fred, the very first Eagle football season, the very first Eagle football team, first Eagle football stadium, what hand did you have in putting all that stuff together?
Well, I was president of the Booster Club at that time, and we had a group of men that we got together, and in the outfield of the original baseball field up there, we did a lot of work on it, getting it leveled up and everything to play football, and we had a lot of help to do that, and that's where it all began.
That's where it all began. Now, can you give me, which we only have a brief time for an interview, but as we talked about, there will be a history of Vilonia Eagle football. We'll do a 3-part segment, or we'll talk to you and other Vilonia legends like yourself about the history of Eagle football. So just a short preview of that. Can you give me your most memorable year of Eagle football throughout the 51 years that we played?
It would probably be in 1982, a game with Heber Springs when we were playing for the conference championship. It was the game was fought harder than any game I believe I have ever seen. I know Vilonia let Heber Springs inside our 20-yard line 6 times and held them, and they never scored.
That's a big part of it, is stopping that red zone defense, as the 9th grade Eagles have so far tonight. Now, that was one of the most memorable games. Can you talk about the coaches that have come through here? You look at Coach Stanley, Coach Bangs, Coach Schock. Who do you remember the most for getting the most out of their players while here at Vilonia?
It would have to be Coach Schock and Coach Bangs. And for the first 4 years, Coach Stanley got a lot out of the players.
Yeah.
But I would go with Schock and Bangs, because that was the time when our football program really got turned around and we started playing football.
That's a big part of it, is that turnaround from those seasons early on where things just didn't go right, and then you hit that point where things went really right. You got some conference championships there with Coach Bangs, early 80s dominance. You look at how well we've dominated Greenbrier there for that stretch of going 17-2.
Yes.
Which things have been on the flip side here lately, but there was a stretch there where we barely ever lost to Greenbrier.
We'll get it back.
Yeah, we will. Now tell me, this stadium right here, a beautiful setup at Philip D. Weaver Stadium. You got the home sides, some of the biggest in the entire 5A. The away sides, probably the biggest in the entire 5A. And then two press boxes, one of the best setups you can find. What part did you have in building this stadium that we see right here?
Well, I had a lot to do with the dirt work. Danny Bishop, who is no longer with us, was a great help. And me and Danny spent 2 years. We dedicated 2 years of our time on weekends, when the weather was right, and at nights, to move dirt and get ready to play football. That started in 1978. We started the dirt work in 1978, and we played the first game on the field in 1980.
Now, you've seen a lot of amazing things out here on this football field. What's the most memorable home game that you've seen in your tenure here?
Well, just a few years ago, one that I remember very well was the game against Greenbrier, when they came up and they were supposed to beat us, and
that's right.
We destroyed them.
That's right. Their quarterback actually suffered a broken leg in the first half of that ball game, and you look at the Eagles were able to topple the Panthers in that one, and one of the biggest upsets in recent memory. Only, 3 wins that season?
Yeah,
beat
something
an
like
undefeated Greenbrier team coming into Vilonia. Absolutely outstanding. Now, can you tell me, we've got the most memorable games, most memorable moments. What is, let's see, how do I want to put this? Player-wise, who are some names that come to mind as the greatest players to ever step on football field out here at Vilonia?
My son, Philip.
Is he the only one? He can't be the only one.
No, we've had some good ball players. We had players go on to play in college. In fact, the year that Philip graduated, he went to UCA, was on the team.
Yeah.
We had Reese Sparrow and so a couple of more players go to Arkansas Tech that year. And before that, we had some players. I can't remember their names right now, but we've had quite a number of players going to play at a different level.
Right. Well, we've been here with Mr. Fred Weaver. It's awesome to have a halftime interview with him. One of the most storied, once again, people in the entire town. You know more about football around Vilonia than possibly anybody else around. But once again, we'll have you on with quite a few other. Mr. Bill Jones, I know, is a big one. Many other people in our town that have been big factors when it comes to Vilonia Eagle football. We'll have each of those on with our three-part segment of the history of Eagle football. Thank you, Mr. Fred. We'll get a camera angle back down to our field. 1.5 minutes left to go, and we'll get you back to Vilonia 9th grade Eagle football. And we're back here live, Phillips Weaver Stadium, Centennial Bank Field. Drake Toll with Mr. Alan Wade. Corey Erie, our usual play-by-play guy, and our play-by-play guy on Friday nights is at a skeet shooting competition in Orlando, Florida. Couldn't make it to our game tonight, but he is flying in. We'll be here tomorrow night for high school football.
Yeah, flying in special just to bring you the broadcast tomorrow night and to have Taco Villa.
Taco Villa. I'm telling you, even the name makes me cringe.
Yeah. As an announcement, I think it got put out wrong in 511 magazine.
511?
Yeah, or 501 magazine.
511.
511's a brand of clothes I wear at the firehouse. Yeah. So anyway, 501 magazine put out the Greenbrier game next week is Thursday night. That is absolutely incorrect.
Is it really not on Thursday night?
Not going to be on Thursday.
I don't like the Thursday night games.
Yeah, it's going to be Friday night under the lights again, FNL.
Man, you remember when the Buzz used to come and broadcast all the Greenbrier Vilonia games on Thursday night? They used to do it almost every year.
Yeah. I remember playing one time my senior year. Of course, we was on the west side.
Of course.
And there wasn't quite as many stands over here, but I remember looking around the track, and there was standing room only around the track.
Yeah.
That's how it used to be. It stands completely full on both sides, and people just 4 or 5 deep on the track.
There you go. Kickoff here to number 30 for the Panthers as he recovers it. That is beginning the second half. Abel Dean had a great interview with Mr. Fred Weaver there. Talked to him about the history of Eagle football, some of the more memorable things that he has recalled while being one of the legends, living legends, to say the least, here around these parts football-wise, and we're back here into the booth. Your Eagles had a successful first half, sticking to the game plan, and now lead 21-0.
And we stayed to that same plan, and there's no reason why W here. Excuse me. Too much water at halftime.
Too much water is never a bad thing.
No. Other than when you're trying to talk.
We've got Clarksville back out at it. Number 14, Gonzalez, lining up a quarterback. He has been their quarterback for the majority of this evening. He'll take the football handoff to Alvarez. Alvarez has it, and he's brought down hard by Trubiano in the backfield.
Trubiano done a good job pressing up his block and just releasing, coming back, finding the ball player, and making an outstanding tackle there for no gain. or a ball length gain, we'll say. No, they're going to give him a full yard on that. Either way, it's still a good play.
That's right.
So
we got 2nd down and 9 now.
did Mr. Weaver talk about Noah and the Ark and all that good stuff?
Noah and the Ark? No.
Yeah, back when he built the ship and was helping Noah gather the animals.
No, he talked about when Caesar Augustus died.
Okay.
He was one of the senators that helped stab him.
Yeah.
Mr. Fred's been around a little bit.
Yeah.
He's seen a lot.
He's seen some things, and he was an intricate part of why we were able to broadcast today is because he's one of the founding fathers.
Yeah, that's right.
We call him a founding father. Of the
I tell you, there was, when the Ark was happening, he was one of the ones on the outside scratching at it, trying to get inside, and he found a turtle shell or something.
Mr. Weaver's a believer. He would have been in there.
He would have been. That's true. You got number 24, the ball carrier on the far side. Correction, that's 34, Holland. He makes his way up past the 50-yard line, but short of the first down on 3rd down there for the Eagles.
Mr. Marshall coming up, Gimp, doing a good job turning the running back inside to where his defense is, coming up holding his shoulder. As I understand it, he's just getting back on the field
after
from a hip injury.
Yeah. At Morrilton was that injury was made.
So that left arm's hanging low.
4th down and 2, a big 4th down here. Look for a quarterback sneak here. Will he make it? Will they power his way through? Looks like he's going to have enough yardage for the first down near the, what is that, 47, 46?
Yeah. I tell you what, the Tony Gonzalez that you're seeing tonight is about as big as the real live Tony Gonzalez.
I guess you guys can see it at home because of our great cameramanship up here.
Videographer.
But, but I mean, you really can. He's a big dude. And I just got a text from my own mother, April Toll, saying thanks for the Tony Gonzalez shout out.
Yeah,
that sounded like a bad deal.
Yeah, well, I apologize, Miss Drake. I didn't mean it that way.
I mean,
just didn't know how you met Mr. Gonzalez. That's all.
Holland is the ball carrier. Oh, and he's leveled. Ugh.
And whoever that was just come through the middle of everybody and just laid him out. I don't even know who it was.
I think it was 34 Seth Kirk.
Was that?
Maybe. I wouldn't be surprised for sure.
Scanning.
He's out there somewhere. I will say this, though. Clarksville's not been able to matriculate the ball downfield very well thus far.
They have not. You know, they 3 yards in a cloud of dust, but no big gains.
Convocation there of the Eagles, careening them down. Let's see, the ball carrier for the Panthers brought down. That is Gonzalez. A little trickeration there.
That's the old spin trap I'm telling you about. Get used to it. We're going to see it a lot tomorrow night.
That's right. Now, we have some big news for the Eagle fans out there. Most players and coaches, most players did not know. And most Eagle fans probably don't know, but there has been some breaking news out of Clarksville. We won't say it until later in the ball game, but there is an upper hand the Eagles will have tomorrow night now due to a serious predicament. 3rd down and 6 for the Panthers, lining up with Gonzalez at the quarterback spot. He'll hand off to looks like Alvarez on the near side. Nothing doing there once again.
And I know Tribbiano wasn't on that tackle, but he's doing a good job fighting upfield, not letting that running back have the outside leverage.
Yeah.
Allowing the linebackers and defensive line to come up and make the tackle.
Big part of that hit was Stephen Carson. He had the initial hit and came up out of that pile like he owned the place, and I absolutely love it there.
Yeah.
4th down and 9 now for the Panthers.
Big 4th down.
Big 4th down. They convert and score here. We got a whole new ball game, Alan.
Well, they got to convert first, which they hadn't shown that they can.
That's true. They have not been able to capitalize. Let's see here. Gonzalez back to pass, looking near side, throws deep. Great defensive play.
Good job, Mr. Linzer.
You all right there, Alan?
Yes, I seen it. I seen him coming from center field, and I just could not contain myself. Sorry.
Absolutely amazing defensive play there. No pass interference. No chance for an interception, but he just did his job and batted it down.
And, you know, if you're in Clarksville's position, you don't blame him for going for 4th and 9. I mean, what do you got to gain? You're down 20-21 at this point.
Yeah.
You're kind of in no man's land. A punt just kind of pins them back. They may gain 15, 20 yards out of it, but that's be about it. Hare brings your troops out. He takes the snap. didn't like what he's seen and just has to scramble. And is going to be lucky to make the line of scrimmage. As a whole host of Panthers there on the tackle and that big wad.
Whole host of Panthers. I like it.
Yeah, a whole host of them. That's meaning multiple.
Yeah, the number 84 for the Panthers. That is Brantley Johnson coming up out of the end of that pile. 2nd and 10 for the Eagles. Haven't seen them throw deep so far, but I'd like to see one of those little jailbreak screens right here, Alan.
Yeah, to start reminding them, you know, that they're going to have to hold down these edges. It's going to open up that middle again. And look, no safety really over the top. He's kind of tight, 5 yards to the ball. There we go.
Nice
little trapping action.
There. Yeah.
Mr. Nelson hitting the hole hard, spinning, and picking up 6.
Great job by the line, too, holding it down right there.
Yeah. They opened the offensive line opened up a nice big hole for Nelson.
Let's see what we got here. Hare in the gun. Nelson in the backfield. Handoff. He doesn't have much room inside. Cuts it to the inside. He's on his feet down to the 47-yard line. They'll call it 46. 4th and 1 now.
Yeah. And do we play the field position game or do we go ahead and go for it?
You got to go ahead and go for it here, Alan. I really do think you do.
I like that call. Yeah, I mean, what do you got to lose? You're up 21. Let's just go ahead and break their hearts.
That's right. Looks like they'll do it. Once again, Eagle Vision brought to you by D&N Construction, the Vilonia Eagle Football Foundation, and the Charlie Roller Foundation. Eagle football, 4th down and a yard here from the 46-yard line. Hand off to Baker. He's got 1st down yardage.
Still on his feet.
Wow.
Not to be denied, but Baker hadn't got very many touches in the second half.
No.
And making every opportunity count.
It's a team effort, but right there, Baker did that all by himself
He
once
did.
he got in the open field. He's just carrying that pile.
Yeah, he just did not want to be denied.
All the way down to the 35-yard line, 1st down and 10.
You know, coaches can measure strength. They can measure speed. They can measure all these agility tests, but they can't measure the size of a man's heart and desire.
Wow.
And
can we get that on a plaque?
Yes. I tell you what, I'm for that little guy. I'm for the bruisers.
Right,
I was the guy that always got overlooked because I wasn't tall enough. You're not tall enough to bull crap.
Bull crap.
You can't measure somebody's heart and desire to do something like that. And Baker there just showing, you know, that he has that heart and desire.
I mean, knit that into a blanket.
I know it.
That's good stuff right there.
Man, I'm getting a little squishy at my old age.
Little sob story. Once again, Eagles leading the ball game 21-0. I tell you, a D&N trivia question of the game. I've got one for you.
Oh, you got one because I haven't even pulled one up for tomorrow night yet.
Wow.
I'm kind of late.
What's the first line of the UCA Bear Fight song?
Oh, my goodness. I didn't know the one that I went to school with. What makes you think that I'm going to go UCA Bears?
It is Go Fight Bears.
Oh, okay, see?
You can lead us on to victory. Yeah, you almost got it. You got the go part.
I was just thinking of go-go dancers.
Speaking of dancers, Mr. Corey Erie not with us tonight at a ballroom dancing competition in Tulsa, Oklahoma. But Corey Erie and Drake Toll holding down the fort on the Vilonia Football Foundation.
Corey is at the ballroom dancing. I am here.
That's right. You're in here. Alan Wade is with Drake Toll doing the broadcast.
Yeah.
Nelson in the backfield brought down deep. Oh, and hard. Number 19 there for the Panthers. Eli Kinman. Big loss there. You don't want that offensively.
No, and that's showing you a little fight back out of the Panthers.
Yeah.
They just decided to man up right there, and they blew up the right side of our offense. And Mr. Nelson just didn't have nowhere to go.
40 seconds left here, counting it down in the third quarter. Eagles still leading the ball game 21-0. Nothing doing for the Clarksville offensively. They're going to let some of this time run off the clock here. They'll get up to the line quickly with 8 seconds to go on the play clock. Hare snaps the ball from the gun. He's back to pass. Nothing doing, and he's brought down hard. Ball's fumbled on the field. Here's a scoop, and it might be a score. It will be a score. That's going to be touchdown Panthers. Looks like number 24. That is Alvarez, and things just got different.
That's a big turn.
That's a big turn. 24. That is actually Carlos Zuniga.
Say that 3 times real fast.
Zuniga. He takes it all the way back into the end zone. It got quiet around here.
It did. It just kind of changed everything.
Oh, yeah.
But
now it's a ball game.
Yeah, they're up. I tell you what, though. I mean, look at that third quarter. We both only had the ball one time.
Right.
So we both play the ball possession game here and run the clock, and they're not going to have enough opportunities to catch back up to us.
Clarksville kickers number 12, Ricardo Flores. Another awesome name.
As long as we hang on to the ball.
That's right.
And here, I mean, he had pressure right off the bat. That's a big miss there.
Yeah, it
so
is.
That
went wide right.
They're going to have to go for 2 at some point to tie us up.
If they score again. Come on now.
Yeah, if they happen to score twice, they're at some point going to have to go for 2. So, you know, back to the play, Hare had pressure right away. He didn't have much opportunity. He was doing what he could do to try to find enough time to get a pass down the field.
Yeah.
And catch the number on the rusher. But he definitely hit and held on. And Mr. Hare took quite a swing there. So back deep for your Eagles is Baker and Nelson. They're expecting the onside kick, setting up in that onside kick formation. And Clarksville coaches not scared to do things differently.
Of course not.
Through studying them this week, they'll do things that are just
some Hal Mummy stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I seen the old fumble Ruski play out of.
Wow. There's the onside kick there. Not well executed, but Clarksville's going to get the football. Clarksville's going to recover the football.
And we had it in our hands and just could not bring it in.
You know who recovered that one, too? Number 24. The stadium announcer in here got that one wrong. That was actually 24 that recovered it. Carlos Zuniga, the same guy.
That scooped and scored.
That's right.
Yeah. Now,
you're right. It's even more interesting than I thought it was.
Yeah. You know, you're thinking that we're going to get that there and run some more time. But as it turns out,
wow, wasn't even a great kick.
Well, it just got up in our face.
That's right.
We couldn't hang on.
Looks like I don't even know who has the ball. Great play there.
No, that wasn't.
Gonzalez didn't have it either.
No, that was your man 24.
Got a man down on the field, number 84 for the Panthers, holding his ankle down there.
See how he got that hurt, but he was hurting right off the bat.
Yeah. That will conclude the third quarter of play as things draw dim here at Philip D. as the injury timeout has been taken. Both teams will get water. As we click it over to the fourth quarter, Alan, what do you, what do we go with here? Do you take the foot off? I mean, where do you go as far as the Eagles?
Keep doing what you're doing defensively. They have not scored on our defense yet.
That's true.
They scored on our offense, which was essentially kind of our defense because once they picked up the ball, that you switch and all. But technically, our defensive players weren't out there.
That's right.
So defensively, we don't have to change nothing.
Right.
Just do what we do.
I agree. We once again are Eagle Vision. Headed into the fourth quarter, Corey Erie is not along with us.
Where is he?
A little-known fact about Mr. Erie.
Yeah.
He is a big fan of table tennis.
Okay.
There is the Table Tennis Nationals are being played right now in Seattle, Washington.
Flew out this morning.
So he flew out to Seattle to catch day one of table tennis. He's coming back down to be with us tomorrow night. But I didn't know he was a big table tennis aficionado. Apparently, when he was younger, college days, spent some time dabbling into like semi-pro table tennis or ping pong, as many know it. So he's in Seattle, coming back down tomorrow night for the high school game with us guys. Have to see how that one went. It's good to have some some variation of hobbies with our crew.
Yeah. Very diverse crew.
Yeah. Let's see, 21 the ball carrier to the far side. Not a lot of room. He'll create some room. He's brought out of bounds number 11.
Sir just said you ain't getting this edge.
No.
This is my area out here.
Lenzer with a big hit over there. Another big thanks to Mr. Steve Austin.
Did he get a good shot on that?
He did. I'm telling you, he's one of the best cameramen possibly. Like he's going to quit his job as chief sheriff of the Arkansas State Police for a job at the news station.
Yeah.
If we're not careful, we might lose him.
He can go to work with old Gabe Mahan.
That's right. He wouldn't be the first Vilonia boy to be up there at the news station. We got a couple.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got Gonzalez in the gun. He's going to take it and carry it himself. Not a ton of room there. 67 leading the way for the Eagles.
That's Mr. Bishop. Mr. Bishop read that right away.
Yeah, he did.
And he was there real quick. Only allowed Gonzalez the 3 yards that he picked up.
4th down and 3 now for the Panthers.
As you would expect, they're going to go for it. And I'd expect one of their quick backs to get it if we see motion right here out of one of these quick backs from the top, or Gonzalez again being their bruiser runner.
There's your motion, 21, Alvarez on the motion. He won't get the football. Gonzalez will keep, and
he's going to have the first down.
Yeah, it looks like he will.
By about half ball length.
Wow. Not by much for sure. Let's see.
Well, by ball length.
Yeah, there you go. They will give it to him pretty clearly a first down. Brent Keithley, our white hat, gives the signal. Mr. Brent Keithley down there, I know I mentioned his name a few times, actually because he played semi-professional basketball in Oklahoma City and then moved into the pros back, Bill Russell. In those days, I mean, he's older. Mr. Keithley is older a little bit. He was one of the bench warmers in that Celtics team, and actually he's refereed some ball down here and talks about those glory days playing professional basketball. Little point guard there for the Celtics. Gonzalez there to pass, throws downfield, complete. That's to 21 Alvarez. Clock will continue to run. It'll be 2nd down and short.
That's Archer, and I didn't catch the other number on the tackle. Archer coming in from the middle of your screen up to make the tackle.
Once again, nice crowd here at Philip D. Weaver Stadium.
And as we're doing all this talking, that clock continues to tick, 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 tick.
I'm okay with that. That's for sure. As Clarksville's finally matriculating the ball down the field here. We don't like it.
No. And we got motion.
There's some motion. There are the flags.
There we go. And that's what Clarksville could not have, those negative plays in this drive.
That's right.
So that's going to bring up 2nd and 8 for the Panthers.
Yeah, that's 2nd and 8. And that really is costly. Their offense doesn't work on 10, 15-yard chunks per play.
You know, they hope to bust those, but they're more the 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
Oh,
so they want ball control.
Looks like Gonzalez will keep. A little confusion there. And he will gain a pretty nice little mark there.
He gained the penalty yards back.
Yeah, he did.
So we got to stop him twice from getting this 3 yards.
3rd down and 3.
I'd like to see the spin play and they just spin themselves back in the ground and fumble it.
They did it the first time they ran it today.
Yeah. They're not in the red zone yet. They like to do that in the red zone.
That's true. 3rd down. Eagle fans getting loud over here. Gonzalez in the gun. He'll take the handle. That little spin play. He hands off to his back. Nothing doing there. No. He's picked up and hit hard by 34 for the Eagles.
Seth Kirk and Evan Marshall. Evan doing a good job turning the runner back into Seth Kirk, and then coming back and helping Kirk out on the tackle.
Kirk picked him up by his knees and said, no, no, no.
I don't know who taught that man how to tackle, but they've done an outstanding job.
Yes, they did.
Some things may just be self-taught, though.
That's true. That's very true.
As confusion as to who's supposed to be going into motion.
Gonzalez in a nearly empty backfield, just one wing back. He's going to keep the balls on the ground, and he is on the ground as well. Turnover on downs. Eagle football, 1st and 10.
Yeah, big stop, big stop. All your big defensive linemen in there making that stop. Evan Marshall's in on the tackle.
And we got to see some electric antics from number 31 for the Eagles, Stephen Carson on his way to the sideline. And Mr. Steve Austin got all of that. Zoomed it in, man. I love it.
The videographer.
The videographer. I
think that's the appropriate
well, I'll take it. We got Hare handing the ball off to.
No, he's kept.
He's going to keep.
There was a little bit of a face mask.
Yeah, it was, as he makes his way to the 45-yard line. Good enough for a Vilonia Eagle first down.
A 16-yard pickup there by Hare. Good job at hiding the ball there.
Yeah, faked our cameraman out, which faked me out. I'm trying to follow him over here and nothing doing.
Got to watch the field. It's so much easier tonight calling a ball game. Not having to type on huddle. Just watch and tell you what I see.
There you go. Hare's going to take the snap, pitches to Baker to the far side. He'll make his way up. He's got some room. He's got some room. Yes, he does. All the way down inside the 20-yard line.
I love the way he put his foot in the ground and got north and south and then started bobbing and weaving after he knew he picked up 10 yards in the first down and making more happen as he takes us down to the 16-yard line. Good run, Mr. Baker.
Bobbing and weaving. I mean, he's got some speed over there, not just strength.
Yeah. He's just not the bruiser back there. He showed you right there. He's got some speed along with it.
No kidding. Hare's going to line up under center. First down and 10 from near the 17-yard line. Hand up the middle to Bean.
Yeah.
Big man Bean with a whole entire family down here tonight supporting him. He's got the whole crew. Got to catch up with him at the last UCA home ball game, a college. As it brings up second down and 4. With, let's see what's on the clock over there, 3:24 and a running clock.
Yep.
I like that. Hare is going to hand off. He'll keep. Hare will keep.
He's got enough for the first down.
He's got enough for the end zone. Touchdown, V-Town. Corey Hare into the end zone. 12 yards for the touchdown.
Not to be outdone by anybody, Mr. Hare.
No, but you got to
Let me show you a little something what I got for you.
Big credit on that possession to Matt Baker and his blockers for that carry setting the Eagles up in the red zone.
Yeah. Good run, and again, that to get big runs like that takes a total team effort to make those things happen.
Oh, yeah.
Good downfield blocking, a good initial hold to run through by the offensive line.
See, the kick is up, and it is good. Nothing new for Mr. Noah Newman.
No, so that pushes the lead up 28-6.
And
but all seals the deal here with 3:11 ticks left to go in your ball game.
That is a great inference there. I would say that the deal is probably sealed right here. Now, how well can Clarksville try to matriculate the ball down the field with their passing game here? Because you got to know they're going to try to take some long shots. And now, really, long shots as they may take, you got to know once you get them out of their rhythm, they are not very good.
No, they've tried to go deep several times tonight. Not saying that they can't.
Right.
Just not look very well to this point, trying to go outside their comfort zone. So you'd like to hope that we're going to kick this deep here.
Yeah. And we do. What a kick into the end zone. Wow.
Touchback.
Wow,
touchback.
Mr. Newman. And we got some scores going on in the state. I didn't know it, but Parkview and Sylvan Hills are playing tonight. They're in the first quarter. Sylvan Hills leads that one 13-7. Tomorrow night we'll see some big games. Alma Greenbrier. We'll see Vilonia Clarksville, of course. We will also see Maumelle Harrison. That's a big one. And then Morrilton Farmington. Morrilton and Farmington tied, as I understand it right now, in the 5A West with those standings.
Let me dig through my paperwork.
Bryant, North Little Rock playing tomorrow night. Cabot, Northside, Conway and Catholic. Bentonville West and Rogers, and then Springdale Harbor and Van Buren, possibly the biggest game of the evening in the 7A.
So as wild as the West is, and then you see a flag coming in.
Yeah.
Pre-snap penalty. I think that's against the offense. As wild as the West is, some things are going to get straightened out tomorrow night.
That's right.
As Alma and Greenbrier is going to play. So is And actually for third, there's a four-way tie for third with Harrison, Farmington, Maumelle, and Morrilton all tied at 3 and 2 in the conference.
Right.
See, that's a 5-yard penalty against your Eagles there, so misspoke there. And then obviously your Vilonia and Clarksville is playing as well.
Yeah.
So a lot of things are going to get straightened out tomorrow as far as 1 through 4 in the seeding for the state playoffs. Good job there. I couldn't catch a number. That's so far away. Whoever that defender was, not tackling the running back out of bounds.
34, Seth Kirk there for the Eagles.
Good decision,
Big play.
Seth.
3 minutes left to go, ticking down here in the ball game. We're in the fourth quarter once again. As you can see, Eagles leading at 28-6. This game against Clarksville in preparation for tomorrow night's varsity high school game at Clarksville, sunny and 75.
Yep.
Thank goodness we get some good weather conditions tomorrow. We will have
bring your
Corey
beach
Erie
clothes
back from his bass tournament in Muskogee, Oklahoma. He'll be back with us tomorrow after his tournament today. As you see, the Clarksville ball carriers, Alvarez up the middle. There are flags, multiple flags on the play.
Again, Vilonia players just lay in the wood. And it's not one or two of them. It's all of them. When
right.
they get there. Oh, and another late flag. So there's 2 flags on the maybe that's the same one.
Maybe so. I'll tell you, when I played ball back in the 9th grade, I only got in one fight ever, and it was against Clarksville.
Huh.
Yeah.
I never did get any fights.
No fight? Well, I say fight. It was a verbal disagreement. We'll put it like that. It definitely took place during the handshakes afterwards too, so it could have escalated a little bit. But me being my smart self, I kept my mouth shut and hurried along.
Yeah.
You see Clarksville lining up first down and 10 from the 45-yard line. Game all but over at this point, as Mr. Alan Wade, my partner, has said.
Because Corey's somewhere tonight.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's somewhere. I can't remember where he said he had to do.
Dang it. There is he's big into like stump grinding.
Yeah.
There's a stump grinding convention in Austin, Texas this evening.
Okay.
So he's over there at the stump grinding convention in Austin. He'll be back with us tomorrow night, though. Stop by, Whataburger in Russellville and go to that Clarksville game.
Yeah.
2nd down and 4 for the Clarksville Panthers.
Gonzalez picking up 6. They're kind of taking their time.
Yeah, they are. Gonzalez hands off to Alvarez to the far side.
Yep.
He'll dance his way near a first down marker to about the 46-yard line. Excuse me. There for the Eagles.
Tribiano there.
Looks like McGuire getting up out of that one. Haven't called his name much tonight, but he's a big part of the Eagle football, 9th grade football team.
They got 3rd and less than 1.
3rd and less than 1. And Alan, whatever happens here, we got some big news for the high school game. We're going to go ahead and break it here just in a few. There's that little spin play. Gonzalez up the middle and have the first down. Now, Alan,
what do you got for me?
Clarksville tomorrow night. Vilonia, Clarksville.
Right.
It is a big, big ball game. It's a battle for the bottom of the West at this point. Neither team wants to be at the bottom.
Nope.
Both teams are tied at the bottom.
Yep.
So, Clarksville has the leading rusher in the conference, but he is at a disadvantage as well as his team this week. Can you tell me about that?
Well, I noticed. I heard the news later, but I noticed through the Greenberg game who they play. Oh, my goodness, Mr. Marshall.
What a hit.
He said not to be outdone by Lenzer. This is his side. Do not run over here. So, good job, Mr. Marshall. But as I was watching film, trying to figure out what all Clarksville was going to try to attack us with, I started noticing after the first quarter that Buckner, their quarterback, their leading rusher, 1,261 yards on the season, didn't play after that. And come to find out today, you guys telling me, hey, he broke his collarbone and he's out for the season.
That's right.
So we'll not see the leading rusher in the conference. Still the leading rusher with no statistical data inputted on him last week.
Yeah.
And still the leading rusher by a couple 100 yards.
Big factor on their high school team.
Yeah, and just a sophomore.
That's right. That'll be the final play of the ball game. As your final score, well, Well,
still 5
yes,
ticks.
it will. There it goes. It ticks away. Your final score, Vilonia 28, Clarksville 6. The Eagles come off celebratory as they finally pick up a win after dropping their last 3. It's good to pick up a win here as they'll head their way to sing the alma mater. And, you know, it was a good night for Eagle football. 8th grade taking care of business. In the 9th grade, both teams with a combined 60-6.
Wow, that's a domination.
That is domination to say the least. Now, for Drake Toll, Alan Wade will be with you tomorrow night at Clarksville High School. The weather should be, I think the weather is actually supposed to be, you know, a little wintry mix. Little rain, little sleet, little snow at 40 degrees. We will have Corey Erie back. He had some basketball stuff to take care of tonight. And so we'll catch you guys tomorrow night with Drake Toll, Corey Erie, Alan Wade, Josh Aldridge, and the man, the myth, Mr. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Alan, anything left?
No, just a total team effort tonight on both 8th grade and 9th graders. Great job. One more game left of the season. And exciting to see how that's going to
total team effort. Drake Toll, Alan Wade, Vilonia Eagle Football Foundation's Eagle Vision, signing it off.